Alright guys, this is Gaming Ahead's review for Batman Arkham Asylum, and it's been no secret that we've been looking for this title for a long time. We decided E3 and now finally it's out in stores, and what we feel is that finally there's a Batman game that not only doesn't suck, but actually does justice to the character.
So Joker springs a trap for Batman in Arkham Asylum by surrendering to the police rather easily, and this of course throws Batman off. So when Batman and the police take him to Arkham, Joker gets away from the cops and is now running free in the asylum. Batman now has to get Joker, bring order to the asylum, from the help of his friends of course. Some of the villains that you run across include Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, and of course Bane.
Looks-wise, the game looks really good. It uses the Unreal Engine and the physics engine, and there's a lot of great animations of takedowns and combat that is very unique to the character of Batman. Little details are really great in this game, like your Batsuit gets messed up over time, you got unique scars and wounds all over you. So visually and presentation-wise, I think the game looks really good.
What really sets the tone for the game is the dark and gritty appearance of Arkham Asylum. Much like the city of Gotham itself, the asylum shows you an environment that Batman deals with constantly.
The gameplay in the game is also very unique in that one of the things is that the combat includes engaging of multiple enemies, which is very important for the character of Batman throughout history. It's one of the things he could do best is his stealth modes and his ninja-like attacks almost.
What they did is they incorporated the counter system in this game. So what that means is when you're fighting a couple guys, there's a guy behind you that's trying to attack you, you can press a certain button and he's going to look back, punch him a couple times, put him on the floor, and then resume fighting those guys that you were already fighting.
And that way it makes sense, so you don't have five guys just standing around and watching while one of their partners is getting his ass kicked by Batman. And that way you do like complete 180s, turn around, see a guy behind you and attack him. So it makes sense, and that's what really matters.
And it's really fluid, Even though there's a guy behind you trying to attack you, you can, spend a second on him, knock him down, and then look back in the front and knock these other two guys out, and boom.
And then there's the Batarang. Everyone knows about the Batarang, an iconic tool for Batman. And the Batarang can be used from a lot of points, when you're perched up high, when you have an enemy far and you want to stun them. And the cool thing is you get a bunch of upgrades for the Batarang.
Okay, so one of the upgrades include a twin Batarang, which allows you to attack multiple enemies at once, and a remote control Batarang, which allows you to stun an enemy. You can actually place a Batarang on a wall, wait for the enemy to walk by, he will actually activate it and knock himself out.
And then there's the grappling gun, another iconic tool for Batman. And what this does is get him out of tight situations fast. That's one thing. Another thing it does is really good for stealth attacks from the top.
So in Arkham Asylum, there is no such thing as a HUD map. So while you play, you get a detective mode, which allows you to see targets, see enemies through walls, see objective points, see hints and clues, which allows you to, further proceed in the game.
And I think it's great because Batman's not a superhero. We all know this. Batman doesn't have superpowers. He basically thinks like a policeman, but a very high-tech one, because A, he's Bruce Wayne and he has the money to get the toys, and B, he can't be just a normal police officer type detective. He has to be above and beyond to be feared as much as he is.
Which is why he's Batman.
Yeah, and the detective mode is basically a visual interface, so you'll see a little color change and you'll notice that it points you in the right direction the whole game, so you don't really have to go to your map per se. If you look and you are a detective like Batman is, then you will find the right direction to go. For me, this was easily the best Batman game I've ever played, and I've played all of them. It's not only that, it's one of the best comic book genre games. We've seen all these games come out based off comic book movies, based off comic books themselves, and they've been very bad.
Very disappointing. I completely agree, This was one of the most fun, the fun factor in this game was very high. The replay value, I think, is very high. I'm going to go back and play this game at least 2 or 3 times. You also get a challenge mode, which you can actually go back and put some more time into. So definitely one of the best, Batman games or superhero games, period.
Speaking of challenge mode, if you buy the PS3 version, you play the challenge rooms with the Joker, which I think is a big-time perk for PS3 owners.
Oh yeah, that's a plus.
And a great move by Sony to get that exclusive. All in all, you guys gotta buy this game, is our opinion. For a character that has no superpowers, that can't fly around, that doesn't have super strength, the makers of this game found exactly what makes this character unique. It's the stealth abilities, the combat, his attacks, and his toys, and they nailed it. There is nothing in this game that seems too unrealistic, and everything makes sense to us.